Hey guys, before we get started, I want to talk to you about Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's one of the easiest ways to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's certain creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, which is super simple and easy to do. It's everything you need to make a podcast, and it's all in just one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hey guys, this is Tommy.
And Adam, and we run the Ravens Flock group of alliances.
And we are here just to talk about Marvel Strike Force and all of life's matters, so we hope you enjoy. Hey people, what you doing? It's Tommy.
It is
episode
another podcast.
awkward podcast. Episode 8. I said it first this time instead of at the end of the episode like an idiot. So,
Lucky number 8.
Oh yeah, another Sunday. I'm sleepy. I'm not gonna lie. When I woke up, it was like 40 minutes till we had to start, and I just laid there hating life.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I didn't want to get up.
Today was a public holiday, and I didn't know about it. This work from home has me messed up.
What holiday?
It's an Islamic one.
Oh, okay.
Dubai-based.
Okay, I was like, wait, I forgot. I should have known better. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, we have a few things going on. Not too much, because not everything is new once a week, surprisingly. But hey, we get through. We get through it.
Yep.
Oh,
we do.
But Marvel Strike Force is pushing me sometimes. Like there's still more characters coming out, and I want to break from more. Like you get one character, and there's more, and I'm just.
This patch is 4. This is a 4-character patch.
Yeah, well,
maybe you'll get,
patch.
but yeah, there's 4 of them. I mean, maybe we'll get only 3 though. I'm thinking one will come late and basically cross over to the next patch, like they normally do. I mean, Emma was last patch, but we've only just got the public release, or the non-paid release, should I say? But they only count releases at the time of releasing offers, so different views. Yeah,
that's fair. That makes sense. So, off topic, did you see the new Batman trailer?
No, haven't had a chance.
You son of a bitch.
I read a story that Batgirl's in it.
I didn't even say that. I know Catwoman is. I believe the Riddler is in there. Penguin, if I remember, is supposed to be in there. Possibly Two-Face. Yeah. So there's multiple. So initially, when a lot of this first started, I wasn't really happy with Robert Pattinson being Batman.
No, I was always happy with him. And that's my, carry on. I'll give my opinion.
No, that's fair. Like, to be fair, I had a stigma about him because of Twilight, but I know he's done other great movies, and I'll admit I haven't seen any of them. I just heard like people they love his other stuff. So okay, that's fair play.
The dude is a brilliant actor at the end. Like some
that's
of
what I've heard.
Stuff you don't even realize it's him until you read the credits, and you're like, what?
Yeah, and that's what I heard. And I have that thing. It's like, I mean, okay, I'm still going to watch it even if I disliked it, because I truly disliked Ben Affleck as Batman when that was first announced. And even after the trailer, I was like, okay, the trailer doesn't look bad, but that's a trailer. They gave us the entire movie in the trailer still. But I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And I watched it, and I fucking hated that movie. No, I did not like it. But I'm also just not a big fan of Ben Affleck as an actor, to be fair. But
Yeah, he
Um,
has his moments, but I didn't like him as Batman as much either.
yeah,
But it's
I
really
s-
hard to follow. It's really hard to follow Christian Bale. I
and
mean, that
okay,
trilogy, you know. I mean,
I
I
l-
don't think anyone would have been successful
I
following
haven't
Christian
had an
Bale.
issue with any of the Batmans until Affleck came. in.
Oh,
But
what you enjoyed Clooney?
I don't mind Clooney. Like most of the time, people just didn't like his suit because of the nipples, and I get it. It was stupid, but if you think about it, like if you put Batman aside, and I'll even say this too with Affleck, is they both played a pretty good Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Right.
think so. I think they played a pretty good Bruce Wayne. But
Mm-hmm.
as Batman, I have to go back and check Clooney again. But I didn't care for
I
Affleck
thought
as Batman at all.
I thought Clooney played it comedic in a way, like not even dark humor, just over the top comedy in a way.
And
That's why I wasn't.
I need to go back and see that. So that could very be it. And there was nothing wrong with the tone of like Batman versus Superman. I know everyone was like, "Oh, but the way he beat up everyone," I'm like, "Look, they could
That,
have
that was
wrote that in for anybody.
that was a good scene. That was a good
It
scene.
was a good scene, but they could have
Yeah.
wrote that for any actor playing Batman if they wanted to, not
Mm,
just him."
right.
But seeing the new trailer with Patterson, sorry, I
Mm,
was I was still going to watch it even though I had my reserves about him. But after seeing that trailer,
mm-hmm.
it kept the same dark tone, but it looked like it didn't look forced like Batman versus
Mm,
Superman did. It looked like it belonged in that world.
right.
Um, some people were complaining when you watch the trailer. They asked, who the hell are you? After he
Mm-hmm.
beat the shit out of somebody, because that was a pretty badass moment. He says,
Mm-hmm.
I am vengeance," and
Mm-hmm.
people were giving shit to that, and I'm like,
People
well,
will complain.
what's? I was like, well, what's wrong with the line? Like, did you want to say I am the Knight? Like, it, I
I
know
am
he's not the
Batman.
Punisher. Yeah, I was like, I know he's not the Punisher, but every movie they're like, I am Batman. Like they've always said it. So change it up. Oh, and I
Mm-hmm.
know we're totally talking about DC stuff, but I think because the movie was just badass, and I love
Mm.
movies in general. But the really cool thing they did,
Mm-hmm.
they never do it for any of the other movies, is they actually kept the makeup around his eyes when he took the mask off.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They don't ever have that in there in the other ones. Like he just has a magic eyeliner around his eyes, and when he takes the mask off, it just has a brush that brushes off his eyes perfectly when he takes it off. Like nope, in here
Mm-hmm.
it actually showed and it looked cool. So if no one hasn't seen the trailer, go check out the trailer. I want to know your thoughts on it because
Mm-hmm.
hopefully the movie is as good as the trailer to me because
Well,
I really wanted to succeed.
yeah. Well, as I was saying, I never had a problem with Robert Pattinson playing it. I know the guy has a good caliber with acting. I mean, people give him he has a stigma because of Twilight, but think about it. He actually played the guy in Twilight. He didn't. He's not. He is not actually the dude in Twilight.
And
You
that's
know.
very true. That is very
So I
true.
mean, if the character was written, because remember that's from a teen book. That wasn't from a classic Dickens novel. That was a made for teenagers book.
Oh yeah.
And if he played that role and teenagers loved him because of that, I mean, he played it right because that was a target audience.
Well, I mean, you had. Yeah, actually, you know what?
You know.
I'm not even gonna comment on what I wanted to say because that just sounds terrible. So never mind.
I'm
But
just saying, if the
yeah.
target audience was hit, then I don't think he made a mistake. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah,
it
he,
happens. I
he
mean,
needs
he
to
has
brush off.
Tenet,
He, yeah, yeah, he has Tenet coming up, right?
and I want to see that.
No, that looks amazing. And I mean, the guy can act. He can actually act. He's a talented guy, and I want to give him a chance. And if he can pull off Batman, he's going to be loved for a long time because
You know,
everyone
it's
remembers Batman.
well, yeah, that's very true. And speaking of that
Mm.
too, when he said "I am vengeance," he didn't sound stupid to me.
Mm.
Like when
Right.
Affleck would talk, I was like, I don't like the way you sound. People didn't even like Bale when he
Mm.
used his voice, and to me, I was like, look, this is just a more realistic Batman. That's what Nolan wanted.
Mm.
He changed
Right.
his voice. It was over the top, yes,
Mm.
but he changed
Yeah.
his voice for the character so no one recognized him. He didn't just put on
Mhm.
some glasses or take his glasses
Mm.
off and curl one part of his head and people couldn't recognize him. That's fucking stupid. But
Well, we can
I,
just agree that the DC Universe movies all sucked, except for maybe
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman and Aquaman was good too. But Aquaman followed a tried and true plot device. The way it goes from nothing to something. That's been done for centuries, and
I
since
didn't watch that
Shakespeare,
one.
Shakespeare used
Yeah.
to do starting at nothing and ending at something. Until today, that's still being used, and it worked, and that's why Aquaman didn't suck. I'm not saying Aquaman was the best, but it didn't suck. But then you have something like Justice League or Batman versus Superman, and the plot, or even the worst case, the one I was looking forward to and got fucked up was Suicide Squad, and that
Yeah,
just
we don't
the
talk about
way
we
they
don't talk about
just
that one either.
just the way they ran the plot, it was just all over the place, and you're like,
I yeah. I'm probably not ever gonna watch Aquaman, and for one, I don't like Aquaman in general, but I also just don't like Jason Momoa. And no, I'm just not being a hater. He has one style of acting. It's the same fucking thing. He's not that great, and I honestly think he was just chosen for that role because of his looks. That's really about it. DC wants to do things like accurate. We totally get it, but you just need to work at it slowly. Like build it up. Don't rush. And it's kind of like the Snyder Cut. Everyone's so excited about it. Well, for the most part, I'm not either. They released a trailer, and I was like, this still looks messy. But they're over here saying like Snyder is great. He had all this stuff backed up. No, he fucking didn't. They had executives saying that it's costing them $30 million to make it because he's basically redoing it from the ground up. So he had 2 years to come back and basically fix his mistakes because he already had half the movie done.
Yeah.
So like, and then they blame Whedon. Like, okay, I totally get it, but only half of that movie is Whedon's fault. If you want to go that far, like,
well, if you're a conspiracy nut, you think Whedon went in from Marvel to fuck it up on purpose. Because you remember Whedon had a big contract with Disney and then left.
I don't know, maybe, but I mean, I don't know, man. There's just movies, but it still hurt my feelings when they came out. But it was just a messy ass movie, and I honestly don't expect. Look, Zack Snyder's good at one thing: following a comic panel. As a creative, on the spot thinking, no, I don't think he is. Like Watchmen was basically
fucked up.
Followed
I didn't
it.
like that. I did not like that movie. I like the TV series is going okay, but the movie pissed me off because that was one of the early graphic novels that I
hurt
read.
me because it actually it follows the novel. Well, except the ending.
Yeah, that's the thing. The ending is what makes the whole thing. It's like that's the moral of the story.
Yeah, that's the only thing they changed with the ending and the color of Amadeus' pet. But that's what I mean though, is that he can only follow a comic panel. I don't think he can actually think of his own stuff. But that's just me. So I don't think he's as amazing as everyone says it is. But whatever. Yeah. So we totally went off of that. I totally wanted to bring it up.
Yeah,
I'll talk about.
But this is mainly a MSF podcast. So maybe we should deep dive into some things. I say that ironically.
We will. But it's good. It's good just to talk about the things that we like to. Yeah. It's okay to have some stuff up. But yes, we will talk about Marvel. I'll talk about some extra games later at the end. But yes, let's dive into this. Let's talk about the character updates that are happening with Marvel, because there is a good amount. Yeah, there is a lot of characters, and I'm gonna start with just the top of the list here. Is Mysterio is getting a character after update.
Yeah, and this sounds cool. His mirror image that he gets is cool. So basically, how
you're talking about the Master of Illusion?
Yeah. That's actually his thing, not his Master of Illusion. That's pretty okay. 100%, 100,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see it.
Yeah. So he's gonna land. He's gonna land his ability block A
Okay.
lot more now. I'm talking about Grand Masquerade, and that's way more in line with his comic character. Basically, he will summon 2 or 3, I think 3 or clones of himself. 2 of them will be the standard what we have now, and then a third will have a special ability attached, reviving him at 100% health.
Okay.
And then he'll kill himself afterwards. Or basically kill himself. So, what's cool is that we don't know who. If you're fighting a Mysterio, I almost said it in the Mexican accent. If you're fighting a Mysterio, you won't know which clone to attack after you kill him. And if you kill the wrong one and the other one is there and he puts a special, you bring him back Mysterio, the original.
That's gonna be it. So how would that work for Black Bolt though? Like, say if Black Bolt did his ultimate.
Because these are summons. These aren't. Well, maybe we have to look about that because this is a revive.
That's what I mean. Like, so okay, if you kill
Mysterio with Black Bolt.
if you kill the wrong one, but let's say if you had Black Bolt, he did his ult, and if it kills all of them, does that stop his revive? Or
Yes.
if he
you have to-
doesn't, well, because remember, it doesn't stop that for Phoenix.
No, because that's a summon. So if you kill the original with Black Bolt, I don't know if he could be revived by the third clone, but he definitely can still summon because these are summons that are coming up.
So okay, next
Yeah.
part. So you know how anytime you hurt someone, Mysterio, God damn it, Black Bolt will kill them automatically if they're low enough.
Below 25%, right?
So let's say if he doesn't attack and hurts them all, and they're all below that 20%, he's gonna kill each one. So if he kills the first one instantly, I mean, if he kills the first one, that's the wrong one. Is that gonna negate his killing of the rest and instantly revive Mysterio, or he still be able to kill each one?
No. How it works is basically. Do you know that game? That card game. I forgot the name of it now. You know where you have to find the queen, three card Monty. Do you know that Hustlers game on the side of the street?
I don't think I do. On the
You
side
get
of the
three.
street.
Yeah. It's a
street.
long.
It's a street game, right?
Yeah. You get 3 cards. You have to find the queen. The shuffler will and then eventually he'll con you out of money, and he will completely. You won't find the queen. So that's what is basically the MSF's version of 3-card Monty. So when you kill Mysterio, he has 3 summons. 2 of them will be the regular summons. The third summon will revive him. Now it's up to luck to find the one that'll revive him and kill the one that'll revive him. But if you don't, and the one's turn comes, he will revive them.
Yeah, no, I totally got. I just wondered if Black Bolt was able to do instant kill on every single one of them, if it didn't matter as long as he killed the wrong one first.
No, I mean his passive only kicks off when anything is below 25% health, and those summons come up with full health. So he won't automatically attack them until they drop below.
I know that's what I meant. Like, what if he did his ult, hurts them all where they're
then he
all
will
below
take them
that?
out. Then he'll take them out, and then you saved yourself. I mean, this is not a guarantee Mysterious reviving kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Because like, what
it's
if
up to you to find?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Like, what if he got all of them below 25 or 20, and he does his instant kill? But let's say the first one he kills instantly was the wrong one. Do they all just disappear, and then the Mysterio comes up? Or that's what I was saying. Like, they probably fixed that. They're probably thinking of that too. But that's what I was getting at. I was like, so
they're separate summons, so you have to kill all of them. But that's why I'm saying AoE attacks are going to be the one counter to them, because if you take all of them out, then you've negated the special. But what we have to see is the speed on which the summons have. Probably the same speed as Mysterio, so I don't see any speed buffs in his.
No, they don't talk about it.
Yeah,
I think they would have said that if it was going to be a change. So that's good. I'm not going to worry about that.
Yeah. Then we discussed at length the new Hydra changes, so we won't go back to that.
Yeah. Did they have? Oh yeah, they did have their stats. So yeah, we can totally skip that. Let's talk about this right here. Punisher has a base stat of plus
10%.
10 damage that's going up.
Yep.
I had a member show me a video of someone. Oops, keep hitting my mic. Sorry. That someone is using defenders but removing cage to use Ultron to attack Marauders.
MMO drills, yeah.
And it doesn't. But it doesn't always work. But to be fair, in raids though, I've actually used Punisher with Ultron on some because he actually does a really good amount of damage already. And every time you're using Ultron's minions, he'll usually attack.
Yeah.
So I was like, that it kind of works. I don't use it all the time, but it's helpful.
No, that works. Punisher it's good. I'm actually taking Punisher to the DD3. I've already taken him up now to tier 14. So I'm going to be using him on city nodes.
I have him on tier 14 also.
Yeah. So let's see if he's effective, but he's definitely going to pump up Spider-Man symbiote because they're both city heroes. So that's why I'm taking him up. I've seen a lot of people do that too. So yesterday is when I actually got him to tier 14.
I need to work on my symbiote Spider-Man.
You do.
I should start doing it because he is helpful in raids. I need to.
I've been using a really good combo of using Carnage, Symbiote Spider-Man, Miss Marvel, Punisher, and sometimes Venom, or sometimes Black Bolt, depending where I am. That team kicks ass. It's a really powerful team at the moment, so that's a good team to have, I think, in my opinion. I mean, but the Miss Marvel needs to be strong, and because she gives an assist to Symbiote Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check that one out. I've been using. I know we're not even talking about characters, but they'll be fine. On my raid team for U7, I've actually been using a different team than usual. I've been using Ultron, Minerva, Black Bolt, Maw, and Thanos. Now I know you heard Thanos, and I know Thanos can die, but since he can see, he links up with Maw pretty, obviously.
He gets benefits.
I've been just autoing U7 with that team. Minerva. Oh, that was a terrible pronunciation. Minerva keeps. Obviously, she keeps them alive. Ultron has the offensive up from his bots, and they have the little bit of heal whenever the Fabricator bot comes up. But a lot of my energy is coming from Thanos too. Whenever things go, so Minerva is always actually has her revive and her healing, which is good. But I've been autoing through the raids with that team, and they've been kicking ass. So I haven't had complaints with that one.
So what difficulty are you running though? Normal difficulty?
It's on normal. I mean, we're not doing anything special. So I know some are like, oh, he's a normal bitch. He's a basic bitch. But
no, that's fun. That's a good team for normal difficulty. We're doing 7.2 now, and it's a different ball game a little bit, to be honest.
You're on 7.2 now?
Yeah, we're getting up to 60. So, I mean, I tried using more and everything. It just doesn't work very well. The one I'm sticking with is Black Bolt, Yo-Yo, Minerva, Ultron, who I interchange Ultron with Symbiote Spider-Man sometimes. And
I need more stars on my Yo-Yo. Jesus Christ.
No. Yeah, she works. She's ability based. She's not star based. She works even at low levels. Mine's only 50k, and she still
that's
works.
That's where mine's at. I just want her stronger. Like that. I'm just being like that person. Like
she gets no benefit, to be honest, from being stronger in terms of star rating. She doesn't need red stars. She doesn't need high yellow stars. She's not damage based. It's all control. She applies a death down every turn as long as there's not another controller on the field on her side. That, and then she gives energy to Black Bolt. If you upgrade her basic to
that one. I've seen that one.
Then basically you're getting 2 turns per round of Black Bolt.
Yeah.
So I mean they work very well together. And like I said, she's ability based, meaning you don't have to take her up. You don't have to farm her so much. She's like Minerva. It's the same. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're both ability based, so it's not really beneficial to wait and farm her. You know,
Yeah,
because we
no,
don't
that
know when.
makes sense.
Because I don't know when she's going to be farmable. I mean, Nerva's still not farmable, and they're both in the same league.
I don't think they're ever gonna make Minerva farmable, honestly.
Yeah,
I really just don't see it. I mean, if they
I
haven't done
don't
it by
either.
now, they're.
Mm-mm. Well, they could. I mean, Black Widow wasn't farmable for the longest time. I think 2 years approximately.
I
Now
want
she
to go
is.
back to the days over like you remember you had to do raids to get Deadpool and Thanos. Like, give me one of those. Those were fun. Like it was
Yeah, they were.
different. I
But
wouldn't mind that.
like the 2 hour Deadpool raid. Do you
Yeah,
remember that?
I do.
2 hours.
I hated how short it was, but those were fun. And it was. I mean, I think they extended the time later, but
Yeah, they did. They did. I think they made
it was fun. The Chimichanga
Yeah,
event or whatever it was called.
yeah, it was.
But
Mhm.
I missed those raids. They were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yes,
Mhm.
so but Punisher, yes, he got his base stat increase.
Yeah.
No one is using Punisher. Just remember, he's still a
It's
great damage dealer.
he
He can still
is. He
kick some
is.
ass.
He is
Um,
definitely. The
so
thing is funny
I
is that
appreciate.
the developers put a note saying that the characters were not scaling well. So here's some minor adjustments. But Punisher has had the second highest damage in game for a while. In terms of pure base stat damage,
Mm-hmm.
he's been the second highest now. The
Ooh,
highest being Black Bolt.
I'm okay with that because you know me and the Punisher.
And now
Yeah.
they've increased it. They've increased it by 10%.
Yeah. So
So it was
even
funny that they said that.
I might have to throw him in some other teams again now. You know.
Yeah.
You
Also
know it's.
mentioning Quake has a 5% focus increase, and
Mhm.
Yondu has a 5% focus increase. Not much, but something.
It's a
You know?
little helping hand, you know. At least you're
Yeah.
not seeing, you know, back in the day, you used to see those chasing teams of Captain America, Crossbones, Black Widow. You remember
Yeah,
those?
I remember that. Yeah.
That was before Synergy. So all you new players that came in
Mm-hmm.
when Synergy wasn't a thing,
Yeah.
those teams were. Who was that? Who was that fifth person? It was Crossbones,
Night
Captain
Nurse.
America, Black Widow. Night Nurse was the
Yon-
healer. That she was the healer. Oh, and Yondu was used.
yeah,
Um,
Yondu and Night Nurse. Those are the five.
Yeah, Night Nurse was the best healer then. Like the
Mm-hmm.
first, what was it? The
Yep.
first year?
Yeah, exactly. First
The
month. It changed pretty quickly.
was it the first one?
No, it was not. It wasn't a whole year that she was the best healer, but it was maybe 6 months of the game,
Okay, okay,
approximately.
half
Yeah.
a year. Oh, okay, yeah. I know it was a while. I thought maybe it
Mm-hmm.
was a year, but no. Okay, that works. So yeah, guys, it was any team worked as long as you use their abilities right. Like, oh my god, it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of Captain America,
Yeah, he's got
he
a
has gotten
upgrades.
so all of Wave One. Well, is it all of Wave 1? I believe so. Wave 1
Yeah.
Avenger characters have gotten updates, and Captain America's up there, which is awesome. And surprisingly so is Black Widow and Crossbones. So
Yeah.
I find that funny that they're finally getting those. So his
Mm-hmm.
basic his shield bash has been
Mm-hmm.
updated,
Mm-hmm.
and that
Right.
attack is still going to the primary target. It's something different, but it's for 220 damage now.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the adjacent, because it goes up to 1 to 2, the adjacent
Mm-hmm.
is 170% damage now.
Mm-hmm. Right. No, it's good. It's a good it's a decent upgrade. They mentioned in the developers notes that they had an issue with his timing on his ultimate, so they reduced the amount of energy required now. So the timing should be fine.
Oh yeah, for
So
the shield throw.
yeah, the shield throw. There
Yeah, they
was
brought
a
it's
timing
it's
issue.
it's 3 out of 3 now. So,
Yeah, which is good. That's almost first turn, I believe.
but I have to go back, but I well yeah, this is updated. So even that now it hits the primary target for 300% damage, and now it's clearing 2 positive effects.
Yep. And yeah,
It's
and it also
it's
it chains.
yep. So
It also
it
clears on
still hits
chain.
up to 3 people for
Mm-hmm.
230 damage, and it still clears 2 positive effects.
Yep.
So if they're doing that for I don't know
Mm-hmm.
because that's new. If this and this also says for new, if this
Mm-hmm.
character has one or more Wave 1 Avenger, or wave 1, Avenger allies gain 60% plus 60% speed bar.
Yeah.
So something's coming. Something's going to be going on.
I think that's okay. I mean, I don't think something is coming in the sense that this means something. I just think they made it viable because they were pretty much nothing.
I
they were
mean
the
that's
bottom
true.
rung.
I always see it as is coming because if they do like a lot of these major updates, that's just what I think. To be fair, but no, you're very right too. But the things that are really getting me are the passives. So he got updated for a 25% block, and he has plus 25% block chance per Avenger ally. Then they added on death of an ally of wave 1. Avenger heal all allies for 10% of the character's max health.
Yep.
They gain 20%. Yeah, so they're gaining 20% of heal, and in war they're gaining. So you might even start seeing more just Avenger of Wave 1 teams in war.
I think they're going to be more offense. To be honest, they were crumbling in defense today without war. No one really struggled with them.
You think so? With the healing on death?
Yeah. They're not that hard to overcome. I mean, there are some really powerful offensive teams. So, I mean, I think you're going to see them as more of an offensive team. The only question I have, what I'll see a lot of commonality is that people are shoehorning in Captain Marvel instead of Iron Man or Thor because they don't want to break up their defense with Asgardians, and they don't want to break up the power armor team.
Yeah, no, I totally. I don't even know why I said that. It's something I'll definitely want to see. You know me. I'm gonna try both and see how well that works. But I like to try different things.
Right.
So, now Black Widow. Black Widow was definitely not used like within the first starts of the game. Like that was the only time we ever saw Black Widow around. Now you don't really see her used in teams. She's getting all her base stats are getting increased. Health is increased by 10%, damage is by 5%, focus is 18%, and resistance is by 5%. So all those base attacks, that's going to change quite a bit because she is a pretty fast character though at the same time too. So she's getting her focus and her health is being up. That's gonna keep her around longer.
Yeah, the focus is good, especially for her ultimate, because that's where she stuns.
Yep. Yep. I hate that sometimes too. Because you don't see her often, but when you do and she pulls that stun off, I'm like, you son of a bitch. So, but
now she's also clearing a positive effect when she assists, which is good.
Yeah, because she never really did anything on her assist. She just did that little bit of damage. So but this is interesting. If Hawkeye is an ally, she's always going to chain 3 targets.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I have to keep in mind though that these are probably I have to check in game. I haven't got my phone with me right now, but these are probably level 7 updates.
I could check right now.
Yeah, they probably are. I mean, keep that in mind when we get news. They always talk the max possible levels. They don't generally talk about how it starts.
Wave 1. Does it say Wave 1 in here? Yes, it does. I'm using BlueStacks, by the way, because I have Nox open, but Nox is slow. Like it's just slow now. But BlueStacks just runs really smooth. So, Wave 1. What was the move again that we were looking at?
The ultimate. The ultimate chaining with Hawkeye.
That was Widow's Bite. Oops, I clicked on the wrong one. Widow's Bite. Let's see here. Attack primary target for 230 damage. Apply stun. 50% chance to chain up to 3 adjacent targets for 170%. Damage applied bleed. Counter breaks. So that's level. I only have her level 5. I haven't leveled her very much. Level 6. Plus 10% chance to chain. Plus 1 bleed to secondary target. If Hawkeye is ally, always chain to 3 targets. That's level 6.
That's good. Level 6. It's only a T3 investment, so... Okay, cool. Cool. So what's the T4 investment, level 7?
For level 7, it is the plus 60% damage to primary target, plus 50% damage to secondary target. So it's not a huge thing compared to some of the others, but the main thing she's going to be used for is, clearing those effects, because Hawkeye can do that,
Cool.
and now
Yeah.
she's going to be doing that. So
When
if your
she
team
assists,
relies on buffs, especially like if someone had, so think of aim,
Mm.
they're gonna be taking off those buffs, which is helpful. So that's a good way to fight a defensive aim if you think about it.
Yeah, right. And then her passive as well.
She has a plus 15% speed gain. Okay. She's already fast.
And when she's stealth, she's going to get offense up and apply death proof to Hawkeye.
Well, I mean, damn, did they like? Well, there's a deeper connection there. I'm not even gonna get into it now, but well, I guess I better start leveling up my Wave 1 Avengers more.
Yeah, and then she gains an assist now every time Hawkeye does a turn. So that's cool. She'll always assist Hawkeye.
And I was saving training mats so I could level up somebody, and I forgot who it was, so I can get them to 75. I think it was Phoenix, actually. Oh yeah, because I can T14 her, but at the same time, I like having more teams, because the more teams you have that are at least at a decent level, it can help you out a lot. In my opinion. But let's check out Hawkeye. So his base stats.
More health. His speed has gone up to 131. He's now his focus is now 25% increased and 15% on health.
And his speed is from 116 to 131, which is to me that's a pretty good increase. That's a big upgrade. His Deadeye, let me go. Hold on, I'm stupid. I don't know why I clicked out of Wave 1. Let me go back to Wave 1 so we can see when you can get these. So his basic Deadeye, that was updated. So attacks primary target for 250% damage. Okay, so 250 looks like a favorite for these guys. He has a 20% chance for crit chance. Why did I say that twice? 30% crit damage and deals 20% piercing with his attack. The piercing is kind of mean, because piercing is pretty deadly at times. That was his basic, right? So 20. I already have it, actually. It's already there as it there. I have him at level 5 right now for there, but he already has those stats. So there you go.
That's cool. Okay. His special now is reducing speed bar by 20% and clearing all positive effects. Plus
all
dealing
positive effects.
Well, plus dealing 150% damage.
And it's unavoidable. So even if you put blind on him, it's still going to go off.
Right.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. His ultimate air burst. You can do that one.
Yeah. His energy has gone down to 3 out of 5. He attacks all enemies for 190, and he applies blind to primary. 50% chance to all remaining. So that's cool. His passive, on turn, attacks the most injured enemy with stealth for 200% and clears the stealth. This attack is unavoidable. Now this is his passive. So it seems like if anyone gets stealth, he's clearing the stealth. On the most injured enemy.
You know who that could be helpful for if they do enough damage? Is Asgardians.
I was thinking the same thing.
Because I can go in there with a much stronger team, but I hate when that stealth starts getting applied. Because there's times where the entire team gets stealth, and all you have is Hela's minions. And then Thor is just there like, I'm about to drop my hammer. And then I hate it. I can't stand it. So that's just my 2 cents. But I know there's ways to get around it, yes. But sometimes I go in with a team, just not even thinking about it, to be honest. But so Hawkeye is going to be a bitch. Let me let's bring in Hulk. Hulk is actually getting updates, which is awesome.
I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know if the updates are going to be enough. I mean, everyone looks at Hulk as being the ultimate powerhouse. I mean, he is in the comics, he is in the movies, and his update is good. I mean, he
It
still
is.
gains points, but it's not what everyone's expecting. I don't know. Everyone expects him to get
So, but is
stronger.
this? Oh, well, let's say this. So the updated thing for his special rage is the same. He gains taunt. We knew this
Mm,
before. If
yeah.
any ally is wave one Avenger, gain 3 counter, clear all
Mm.
negative effects from self. That's not
Which he
that
used to
bad
do.
though.
He
Yeah.
used to clear all non-effects, I believe.
Well, the 3
The
counters
counters,
is
yeah.
nice because he does
Mm,
do some pretty good damage.
mm,
If the character's health is below 50%, he can heal self for 7,000 health plus 20% of max health. So
mm,
that's
right.
that's kind of annoying. Uh,
Yeah.
um, now you don't get that the gain counter
Mm-hmm.
actually, yeah, is at level 6 if I have this
Mm,
correctly. Yes. Level
mm,
5 is clear 3 negative effects from self, 10% healing. So
mm,
we get that. Level 7 is to clear all negative effects from self. So you have to be at
mm,
level 7 if you want to clear them all off.
yeah.
Um, Now his passive is always angry. This is new, as it
Mm,
says. When an enemy attacks a wave 1 Avenger, fill speed bar by 15%. So
mm,
that's, I believe that was kind of that wasn't always there because, well, like it says new. So his his speed bar is getting filled 15%. So if you
mm-hmm.
have, I mean, yeah, Captain America has taunt. If he's in there and he can throw taunt on early, everyone's going to be
Mm-hmm.
hitting him, and there's going to be Hulk just gaining up his speed bar. You'll be able to do it. You'll be able to do leap quickly. Luckily, luckily, no one is giving off energy right now because if he had his leap all the time, that would hurt.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then, and now he's going to gain 250% extra resistance while taunting. So
Right.
that's
But let's see how much that is. Because his current base resistance is like 6,000. So if you add
okay.
250 onto that,
Okay.
his resistance is about 15,000-ish, approximately.
You're better at the math than I am, so I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
do that one.
So
Yeah,
about
thanks.
15,000, which is not that. I mean, there are characters that'll have higher focus. So I mean, the math. It's not 100% hit rate, but if the focus is higher than the resistance, it's a better chance. His resistance isn't the best resistance to begin with, which is why I'm saying Hulk needed more of a base stat increase than he needed these special and passive updates.
I see. No,
You know,
that makes sense. That
because
makes
I
sense.
mean, Hulk is like resisting a lot of shit in the comics and the movies and whatever.
Yeah,
And his resistance isn't the best resistance. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's not the lowest resistance, but it's not that high either.
I
You
would have
know?
made the argument that maybe they're just trying not to make him a powerhouse, but this is Marvel Strike Force, and there's just
Well, I mean,
powerhouses
we
here.
have 145 characters, and Hulk is ranked 137
Well,
when it
they
comes to resistance.
oh yeah, Winter Soldier is the lowest. I just saw that right now.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I mean, if
So
you put
no,
in
I see that.
perspective, Jessica Jones has 55,000 resistance, and next is Juggernaut at 17,000. So Hulk's resistance is 6,000, and that resistance is take into account that's his base stats if you were 7 stars, 7 red stars. So if you go look at your what is your Hulk now?
My Hulk, he is sitting at
How many stars?
32, 32K, 7 stars, 4 red.
Okay, go check his open his character and click on the stats. You can check his resistance. There's a little on the top right corner. You can see his
Oh, I
stats.
see. Yeah, I know. I have it. His resistance is at 1,381.
Okay, so 1,381. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say 1,500 just to round it up.
Yeah, 1,500.
200, yeah, 1,500, 250% of that, 4,000. Approximately 4,000. So he doesn't have the highest resistance. to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we had to
I
look
can see that.
at people with focus, aim researcher has higher focus than what your Hulk currently has. So, I mean, this saying, like, a lot of people, I would prefer Hulk's stats to be increased.
I see.
More than his actual abilities.
Oh no,
Personally
I
speaking.
totally get that.
Yeah.
You want him to be able to take a little more and be able to give out a bit more.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, his damage isn't that low. Let me find it for you. But basically, he damage is actually not bad at all. Okay, he's not in the top 10, but his damage isn't bad. Where does he sit?
That is a lot right there. Yeah, you're gonna have me.
No, he's about his damage is 26,000, and if you look at his damage stats, it goes up pretty high. I mean, I calculated it at around 7 stars, 7 red stars. His damage can hit up to, like, without buffs, can hit to about 111,000. So he's got a pretty mean hook. So his damage is okay. It's just his other things that need to be increased. A lot of people believe Hulk should be a meta character because it's Hulk, and he's just not. And this is the second rework since I've been playing. Both times it has not really made him viable as a character.
I honestly don't even remember his first rework, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there was a rework. There was some sort of synergy with him and Thor.
Oh man, that was a long time ago.
Exactly, and even that rework wasn't the best rework. And now again, and it's better. It's just not. It's not hitting those notes everyone wants, I think.
And you don't even see Thor with him very often because of when the Asgardians dropped.
Yeah. So I mean, wouldn't you like to see Hulk be the Hulk in the game? I mean, he's not easy to come by. You can't buy his offers. You have to get all these achievements, and he was 180 unlock. You expect Hulk to be the Hulk.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. Oh man, I just totally used the wrong. Damn it. Oh well. I used the wrong abilities for my character. So no, I totally get that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll see another one, but I mean, with everything that's going with Wave 1, it is looking a little better. But it looks like they're mostly going to be there to help you just make a team, just not have any buffs. Like they're not even going to allow the team to do that. But we'll see how everything still goes. It's going to be a lot. Who's next on the list? It is Iron Man. Iron Man's getting a change. So he's only getting one base stat increase, and that is his health for 10%.
Good.
Yeah, his health was caca. I remember.
Yeah.
I hated that. I'm just not even gonna talk about his health, but let's go to a special. It's been updated. The Rocket Barrage. The update is changing for the attack all enemies, as obviously, for 210% damage. If Captain America is the ally, as always, attack all enemies for 300% damage instead. This attack is unavoidable.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Can't be blinded, can't get anything. So he's going to have a little bit more damage, which makes sense because I felt like some of his attacks should have been stronger. That is just me. So I think that is going to be able to do a little bit more there. He also
gains 5% damage for every power armor or Wave 1 Avenger ally.
Yep.
So that's good too. It goes up.
His crit chance is going up by 15% as well.
For tech allies, which is basically power armor, but you can put other tech people in there, and 10% for any other ally.
Yeah,
who's not tech.
Yeah, so he's going to help. You can have those chances of doing a little bit of extra damage, which I mean, it's helpful. I mean, we can't deny that it's helpful. So we're definitely gonna see how this is gonna work out. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually leveling up all my Wave 1 Avengers right now. I just used so much mats right now. Like this kind of sucks. But they weren't being used anywhere else, so I can't complain. So that's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's not like his health was probably like the biggest thing for me right now because he needed that. He really did need that. So I'm more excited about his health than anything else. Maybe they could have given 15%. That's just me though.
Right. Yeah.
Show a little love. Show a little love.
And Thor, basically, to be honest, you have to check the figures, but I think he's got the same stuff. It's just that now it includes Wave 1 allies and as well as Asgardians.
I would have to go back and look at his previous. If it's already in there, I'm not really going to see it. But
I think it's basically the same as what it was before.
I mean,
that's his passive. That's the only thing they updated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thor doesn't need much. He got that rework when Asgard's came out, and he can be a pain in the ass. If you have a strong Thor and Hela in an Asgard's team, I mean, it's a little scary. So
right.
So it's
that's what I mean. If it's this, I don't think much has changed. I think he's got the same passive. Just double check that for me, though. Like I said, I don't have my phone with me.
His passive. 1 second. God of Thunder, correct? Yes, it is. I have him at level 4. Currently, it's gain 10% damage. Gain 10% damage for each Asgardian or Wave 1 Avenger ally. On turn, heal self for 5% of max health. Yeah, that's right there. Of max health plus 5% of max health per non-minion Asgardian or Wave 1 Avenger ally. And then the level 5 just adds plus 5% damage. And then the maximum charge, 20% damage to all allies. So yeah, I can't really say 100% on what's there, but yeah, I mean, it's there. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna put him with the Wave 1. Like he's probably going to stay right where he's at. I don't need to move him, you know. So I'm not gonna really worry too much about that guy.
Right. Okay. So another news update that we have. I'll just go quickly. I'll quickly go over the some small events that are coming up.
Boy.
Yeah. For 11 days, you have to fight in arena, blitz, and raid with characters possessing the limited time mentorship trait. And you earn points towards a daily milestone, which will reward people with superior and advanced gear. I'm assuming this is what they meant when they said they're going to release some what's known as mini uniques. Will probably be in this event. It's not an orb opening. It's just fights in arena, blitz, and raid with these special characters, and we don't know what characters those are yet. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We're going to get a login calendar for getting gold orbs, gear credit, and other various gear. So that's cool as well.
Okay.
Some bonus stuff. We're getting a quarter blitz. So basically 25 blitz charge, which is 5 per character for the whole time, and it doesn't go up. And we're gonna get raid frenzy as well, which is 20% cost reduction for raid energy, heals, and revive, which is cool. So that's 20%. So we'll pay 30 cores or 30 heals, and for 30 cores or 30 heals to revive, and
They're giving you some good. They're giving some good options there.
12 cores or 12 heals to heal, basically, which is cool.
That's not bad. That's a lot better than before.
We'll come back to this raid blitz improvement because I think we're gonna have a long discussion on that.
That's fair.
So there's some quick other news. The raid store is getting Cyclops. So I completely misread the situation. I thought we'd be getting a new X-Force member in the raid store, but I was wrong. We are getting Cyclops, which is good. I'm not complaining. We all need Cyclops. I need Cyclops.
I did too.
I need to build him up.
I need that one-eyed bastard too.
Yeah. We're gonna get the upcoming blitz. We're getting Baron Mordo and we're getting Colossus. So that's 2 that we can look forward to.
Yeah, I do need some more Colossus.
Which
Colossus
means
doesn't come up very often.
Yeah, which means Zemo, which is a blitz event, is not coming next week. It'll probably come the week after. So that'll make it 2 weeks that we don't have a new character blitz.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. But bear in mind, when Zemo does come, it's 100 shards to unlock, so you have to blitz hard.
Okay.
And Shuri is coming up. I think we mentioned that last week. But you're going to get a double drop soon for Venom, Shocker, and Green Goblin. So
okay.
about
not bad. That's
about
nice.
So about the blitz improvement. It seems what they're doing is allowing you to go through 8 rotations a day. So it's kind of like Arena, but instead of battles, it's characters. So they're limiting the amount of times a character will refresh in a day. So if you do the math, 8 times, and there's a 2-hour cooldown period between that. So that means for 16 hours, you can blitz. So if you blitz every 2 hours and in a day, that means 16 hours. Which means you have 8 hours to sleep. Because what they said is they want to reduce the amount of time you spend blitzing. I think they were going for the insomniacs who stay up and set alarms to blitz all night long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh damn! I just pulled a 6-star Rhino right now. Red Star.
Oh wow! Congrats! Live on the air, folks. Live on the air.
Ooh, baby girl, my team's gonna see me get it up right there. Has promoted Rhino to 6 red stars.
And just in time for Doc Ock.
So yeah, sorry that was random, but I just wanted to say that was a random ass pool. But yes,
yeah.
I mean, I never blitzed hard unless it was a character that I wanted. Lately, I just do it just because now.
Mm-hmm.
One of my members just unlocked Swarm. If you could hear my excitement. So new characters I would blitz pretty hard, but even then, it sometimes even now, I would like some more Red Skull, and I just got my Red Skull to 5 stars for both my accounts. But I blitzed really hard the first day, got to a mil, and then I was like, okay, I'll come back, let all my characters refresh, and I'll come back. I never came back. I only came back for the dailies, and I was like, oh, I need to do this, and then I just didn't come back. So yeah, I need to get on there a little more. But I mean,
so okay,
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
So back to this news, which is what you were saying, but I don't know. To me, it seems weird. It's like they mentioned that we want to give you more time to play other things, but it's still 16 hours in a day. And unless you really have problems sleeping, 8 hours is how often you'd sleep if you don't have any issues sleeping.
I don't even know what you need. Why do we need less time in Blitz? I mean, when we finish all of our dailies, all we have left is Arena and Blitz. And then if you have your raids up, usually Arena and Blitz were just the things to do.
But if you think about it, we don't have less time to blitz. It's still 16 hours that we get free. We get free shit. We get free teams.
Yeah.
We can do 8 rotations. So I have 22 teams on my blitz rotation. I can still do all 22 teams 8 times in the day, which is every 2 hours. So if I wake up at 8 o'clock and I start blitzing at the minute I wake up, I will be done by 9? I'll be done by midnight, approximately.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, it really doesn't change.
And then I sleep, and then I wake up at 8 and start again. It really doesn't.
I think my thing is why try to market for that? We want to give you more time for things. No, it's just passive. I mean, it's cool if they're changing how much we can fight in the blitz, which is what's going on. That's cool with me because you're right. You're still gonna be in and It's not going to change. I'm just
To be honest, for me, I don't blitz as hard as some people do blitz. I know there are some people who wants to aim for the top ranks. They will set time. They will sleep 2-hour intervals and wake up and do blitz rotation and go back to sleep and set another alarm. There are people that do that, and this might affect them. Me, I blitz when I'm awake. If it's something I want, I'll blitz when I'm awake. But I won't blitz. I won't wake myself up to blitz. That's just me.
I wouldn't do that either.
And
Oh,
it doesn't
I like
really
my sleep.
it doesn't really reduce the time for me. Like I said, I wake up at about 8 o'clock every day. And I can blitz until midnight, and midnight is my reset. So
Yeah,
if I want to blitz after
during
midnight,
work.
I can.
I blitz during work, so I mean, I work from home. I'm here all day.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna blitz from home. That's what I do.
Okay, so it says. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. It says your first update will notice that this will come with the Baron Mordo, with the Mordo Blitz. Okay. So it says here, the first update you'll notice that we're limiting the number of chargeless attacks for characters to 8 per 24-hour period with 2 hours in between. So I'm thinking they might do it on reset, daily resets, or they might count from the time you do your first blitz battle, and then 24 hours later, which again doesn't make much difference, but that's something. Yeah. So basically, another thing, they've improved the reward structure of multi-day character blitzes. The only numbered ranked rewards that will be the top, which will be the top 100 player, and players in the top percentile brackets will earn more shards than they currently do. So most players should see more character shard rewards. So I don't actually get the wording. The only numbered rank rewards will be the top 100 players. And the players in the top percentile brackets will earn more shards than they do. So if you're in the 1 to 2%, you're going to be earning more than what you earn currently. Yeah, okay. So I guess they're going to increase those for the percentage brackets. So if you're going to be doing 25% or whatever, you might get more shards. I don't know. The only numbered rank rewards will be the top 100 players. I don't know what they mean by that. How is it? Oh, you know why? Okay.
Uh-oh, you got it.
No, yeah. I mean, right. I don't know why this slipped my mind. Right now, they rank it numbers 1 to 2,000. So now they're saying they're only going to do 1 to 100, and everyone else will be percentage based, and then they will increase those percentages. So we might not see an increase at the bottom brackets, but we might. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
when does this update start? Did it already? It hasn't happened yet, right?
No, it'll happen. It'll be implemented at the Baron Mordo Blitz next week.
That's okay. Yes, thanks. So we're just gonna have to see it in action when it happens.
Yeah.
So
They will also be We also updated the points calculation, and winning matches is now more valuable in terms of points awarded. As a result, we're slightly reducing the points rewarded when taking on very powerful teams. The intention here is to reward opponent selection, team construction, and battle strategy to place less emphasis on easily steamrolling teams with a high TCP roster. So they're saying that if you're going to be going to 8.3 and you're going to be facing these massive teams, but you have the highest TCP in the game anyway, so it doesn't matter. You're not going to get as many points as you were before, but now they're giving more points as they go up the bracket. So from tiers 1 through 7 and 8, and they're going to give more points, but when you hit the top level, you're not going to get the same amount of points as you were before. They're trying to they make you use synergy instead of actually think about it instead of just going through a blind rotation.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, that makes more sense. I mean, hey.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't really have much because I mean, you kind of like nailed everything on the spot, so there's not really any point. But it's gonna be a change. It's not gonna change how much time we put into it, but it's gonna be a change on how it's done. So I'm not even gonna complain about it. So
Well, let's see. I mean, like I said, everything is news, but we have to see the practicality of it. And if it's cool, then good. I mean, Zemo is coming at 100 shards. If we get more rewards for doing less work, I'm all for that. Because for me, blitz is a chore. I don't know anybody. I might know one or two people actually at the most who love blitz.
no, I
Who
agree.
think, you know?
Blitz is a chore. I agree.
I mean, it is. I mean, it's like you log in and you don't have any purpose, you don't have any enjoyment. You just run through your rotation, get the points on the board, and go back to whatever you were doing before that. I mean, at least with war, you have some strategy, some communication, raids. You make sure you do it, but you don't have to come back all the time. You know.
Yeah. No, that
Arena,
makes perfect sense.
you know, something different. But blitz is just, in my opinion. But that's just me.
Well, next week we're gonna have an interesting thing to go about it. I think
that's true.
I think when it drops next week, what we can try doing, because I think next week is gonna be like my last week where I have a chill time at work. Because after next week, it's I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm probably not gonna be able to respond too much. I mean, you might see me on, but it's just gonna be super busy. But I have everything like on my main computer. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna separate my work because my work computer's hooked up to my main monitors. But I'm just gonna set up a separate sections just so I can have my main setup still. And next week when the update drops, if it's at a good time, then we could actually do, because I know I missed it this week, we could do the live update video. Or live update, or just a video of everything, of the changes. But next week we should be able to definitely do that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we always trying new things. We want to get out there. We want to make this a successful podcast. I mean, it's fun to do. I enjoy doing this. I look forward to doing it every week. But we want to make it something more than what it is, in my opinion at least. So I mean, I say in my opinion a lot. Maybe it's my confidence. I don't know.
Oh, my fucking game just froze. Fucking Knox. Sorry. That was random. So no, I totally agree. And that's kind of why I like to throw it in there for just like random stuff during the day, just like that. Like today, I threw in the Batman thing. Like I like to just have random, normal conversations. Yes, this is all Marvel. This is Strike Force, but it's good to show that we like to talk about other stuff. Even if it's for like 10, 15 minutes, and then we're just like Marvel Strike Force, Marvel Strike Force, Marvel Strike Force. So, we try to make the time, because I know everyone's gonna probably hear that beginning, and they're gonna be like, because we all love Marvel, but we all love other things too. That's very obvious. So, I just like to talk. I just like to talk about stuff. Let's just put it out there, okay? I'm a talker.
That's what the podcast is. We're just talking. Two friends talking about what we do.
About life.
About life and happiness. But no, for sure. I mean, we're trying to expand. I have made a Facebook group today. I posted a name if you guys want to join. It's up to you. That's something. And I'm going to try and advertise a little bit more. Get our name out there.
That's fair. I know you've talked about it with me. Sorry. I know you talked about making a public server. On Discord. I had my reserves in the beginning, but after thinking about it, it'd probably be the best thing to do. So I think a public server would be helpful. It can get very crowded for the things that we do have in here to work on our teams, whereas the public server would be good to have, because you've already been asked about joining a Discord. So I think.
Right. So I want to get that. So we'll get that set up during this week, and I will send everybody a link. If you want to join, you can join. And also, I'd like to ask if you could just spread the word about this. I'm doing it as well, but if you have friends or other servers, feel free to post a link to our Anchor or to our YouTube. You don't have to ask permission. Just go ahead and post it.
And a while back, you talked about a website.
Yeah.
So Adam wanted to make a website, and at first I was like, okay, we have quite a bit of platforms that you want to be on, but at the same time, that's actually a good idea. So with the site, what I told him, what we were thinking is adding everything about our Discord in there, the podcast, like what we can do. But for people who want to do recruiting, they could have a link, and we can just update the stats and the numbers per our teams. So they could share that link and says, "This is us." And maybe some will be like, "Y'all have a website?" That's a bit much. But then when we share that website, they can see like we have a bunch of other stuff on there for a reason. So we haven't actually fully talked about it. This is the first time we've actually. Oops! Shit,
kind of discussed it. We discussed it.
Yeah, we it's very, very minimal. It's not something that's going to happen by next week either. But
that's something I will work on for sure.
Yeah, but I think it would help instead of always having posters and things like that. We can just like, here's a link to our info. This is what this alliance does, and we can even make a page or a link that shows each alliance and like, okay, this is our thing. So I mean, we could totally do that. We both here know how to work computers, and we know how to work everything behind the scenes and make stuff. So it's not going to be hard to do. So
exactly,
we have options. We got options. It's gonna be a busy week though.
Yeah. No, I mean, cool. Yeah, we might do a thing next week. We might have a guest again. We haven't had a guest in a few episodes, so it would be nice if we can have another guest, just maybe one or two. Just shooting the shit. We'll see what comes up in between. I'm not saying definitely, but we can definitely think about that. Yeah. So, do you want to move on to the other gaming section of our podcast?
I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start off with
you made it sound like I'm some sort of unruly, dictatorial boss.
No, of course, yes, of course not. No, I'll keep it Marvel related for the first part of the topic. So Marvel's Avengers, I finally played the beta.
How was it?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with it. There are some things they need to work on, and oddly enough, Hulk is starting off weaker in there as well, just like in here in Strike Force. So
no, I get it. I understand why. Because he's such an OP character in the comics. I mean, if you've ever read the World War Hulk storyline, or the World Breaker Hulk, you know why. Like
it's been so long. But no, yes, I mean, I get it. I even told my friend, he was like, "Why is he so weak?" And I told him, like, "Oh, okay, look, he is a lot stronger, but I don't think we need an overpowered. He is still fun to play with. He just looks he does look stupid when he runs." And they didn't make him the fastest runner though, but he's still fun to play as. In the beta, they gave you Hulk, Miss Marvel, who was it? Iron Man, and and Black Widow. So they gave you those four. You can even unlock skin. Some of the skins were actually pretty cool to see. They have the skin unlocks and name templates. Think of like a battle pass. How in some games are at. That's kind of how it is, but you can actually just unlock them by playing, or you earn in-game currency and you can just unlock them early. Hawkeye is going to be coming into the game. Spider-Man is going to be a PlayStation exclusive for later. A lot of people are upset about that.
It happens.
But the game itself is fun. The beginning of it, like showing each character in the tutorials, it's very linear. But once you get past it, it actually opens up a lot more.
That's good.
So think of like an open linear version of The Division, if anyone's playing that. It's not full open world, but it is open linear for each mission, depending on what you have to do. It's more fun with co-op. I will say that.
Okay.
Like
how's the destructible level on that game?
It's not so bad actually. Most of everything can be destroyed. Especially when you're in a building. I was just like fighting people and computers and their servers and equipment was just breaking apart, exploding. So like it's there. They worked everyone out really well. So like it's easier for Iron Man to get around because you can actually fly. So you can hover or you can actually go around and fly and you can start shooting people. Everyone has their own special attacks. Miss Marvel, when you're jumping platforms, if you miss, you could just, if you hit the action button quick enough, she can stretch her hand up, grab the platform, and just pull herself up. But whereas Hulk, he has a double jump. So you can jump once and jump again. So if you need to get up to somewhere. I haven't played as Black Widow, to be honest. So I played as her in the intro. Very basic. She has her guns. She can dodge really well. She can fight. She has her grappling hook. I'm assuming she can use that. I just haven't actually played her in the open portions of the game. But no, the game was fun. I actually really enjoyed it. I know everyone had their reserves when it first came out. But
well, it's going to be hard. I mean, you're going into industry with a ton of fanboys. Or fangirls. I don't want to be sexist here. With fan people and...
the fans.
With fans. No, but fans is one thing, but when you're a fanatic, I mean, Marvel is can be very fanatical with its approach. I mean, look at the game we play that we talk about here. No one's going to be happy with everything.
No, that's true.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Marvel, they're going to think, oh no, you didn't do it right, so you're not staying true to the old. I mean, on a side note, when Electro launched here in the game that we play, it was people weren't reading the comics and they remember the old school Maxwell, the old Electro, and Electro has been female for the last 6 years. So it wasn't a shock to me, but it was a shock to a lot of people, and they were like, "Oh no, it's just being political," and I don't know. People are not going to be happy. So when it comes to a game like Marvel, any Marvel Enterprise is going to have that kind of reaction. So people are.
It's kind of like
what they want.
Crystal Dynamics is the one who's making Marvel Avengers game, and they had released that, hey, we're going to have Hawkeye. So they had Hawkeye in there with his T-shirt, you know, the bullseye on there, like in one of the comics, but he had hearing aids. And a lot of people were like, well, why the fuck does he have hearing aids? And they were getting mad, like, you don't know the characters, blah, 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 blah. Why would you do that? And then they just subtly posted a comic scene from one of the currents of him teaching, I think it was his daughter. I don't remember who. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me. I'm sorry. But he had hearing aids in because that's the current Hawkeye. And I was like, all right, these guys are actually paying attention. So I'm not even going to give them any hate for that. So, but yes, it was a fun game. If you didn't get to play the beta, you know, if you're on PlayStation, it's today. It ends today. But it was a fun game. So just want to throw that out there. The only other two that I have to really bring up is the new Batman game they showed, Gotham Knights. That looked amazing. You said before you played the other Batman games. Remember? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know how they always would show his companions. They had Robin or they had Nightwing come up, you know, here and there. This one is actually, and it's going to be a co-op game too. They're actually going to let you play as Red Hood, one of the Robins, Nightwing, and Batgirl. So you're getting all four of the characters, and they look cool, so I'm okay with it. So it had the same setting as before. So I believe it was still Rocksteady. So they're all, you know, they're doing that, and they're also bringing in. So I guess I'll talk about both at the same time. Actually, they're also bringing in. Well, this is Rocksteady for sure. For sure, is Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. That's what it's titled.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
So it actually did show. It actually did show Boomerang. It showed Deadshot, and it had Harley. It had those three. Oh, and what's his name? The Shark. I can't remember his.
King Shark.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I could not remember his name. And they had all of them in there, and it was this them fighting. Okay, look, I don't really know much. I don't remember very much of DC's comics, but they look like zombies almost to me. But they were just fighting random things, and they were trying to figure out in the trailer who they actually trying to kill because of their orders to assassinate. And then Superman comes in, holding one of the soldiers, and just burns the dude with his eyes. And when they all saw that, Boomerang comes up like, "Hey, who are we going after?" And they all just point it, and he's just like, "Oh fuck!" That's what he said. So it looks like we have a corrupt Superman again.
Oh well, okay. So it's going back to that.
Yeah,
not a bad thing.
That's what I'm getting from it.
Yeah, the DC games, I forgot their names now, just slipped my mind. But those fighting games.
Oh, Injustice.
Yeah, Injustice. That had the corrupt Superman, right? So, I mean.
Yeah, I only played them a little bit. I wasn't really like.
Yeah.
I like fighting games. I'm just not into them because I'm not that great. But I'll still play them here and there. But
yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom though, I love that game. Well, the older ones, part 2, but they only showed. It says kill Justice League, so it only showed Batman. So I'm thinking something happened. They got corrupt, and now they got to take him out. That's what I'm thinking. So
probably.
If they're killing them, they're killing them. I mean, that's going to be interesting. Or it could just be Superman and they're calling it Justice League. Who knows? But it looked interesting. Rocksteady does great work with their games, so I'm kind of I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, have you played or heard of Mortal Shell? Just came out on the 18th.
No, I have not.
It's apparently very similar to Dark Souls. It's been getting a lot of news recently, at least on my feed.
What was that called again?
Mortal Shell.
Let's take a look right now. Let's see. Oh, it's in the Epic Game Store. Oh yeah, the visuals. I'm looking at the screenshots right now. The visuals totally have. Oh man, that HUD is straight up Dark Souls. Even okay, yeah, that is very Dark Souls. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go check it out now. I'm gonna actually, you know, it's because you said a Souls-like. Oh man, I thought I canceled this fight. A Souls-like is, if you haven't, you need to go look up. I believe it's called Black. Oops. I believe it's called Black Myth. Yep. Go look up Black Myth when you get a chance. It came out of nowhere. It's basically you're playing as the Monkey King.
Oh yeah.
So it has, you know, it's got the Japanese setting. It's got him traveling to the west, kind of like how, you know, in ancient story in Japanese was happening, and then fighting, of course, mystical creatures that they believed in at the time. But it is very Souls-like. But the visuals for a pre-build were pretty badass. Like, it looked cool. So if anyone likes those kind of games, look up Black Myth, and let us know what you think, because it looked badass. I want it right now.
Black Myth Wukong.
Yes, that one right there. So definitely take a look into that one.
Okay, cool. Okay, so
that's a little bit all I got. So we are all set. We have gone over, but we will have more next week. Will be that live video, so be ready for that one.
Exactly. Cool. Right. So this has been another awkward podcast, and
as always,
yeah.
Yeah. I hope y'all guys enjoyed. Other than that, I hope y'all have a good day.
Yep. See ya. Bye.